she's performing there. And he said, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by performing? And she said, well, you remember when your sister used to sing around the house and everything? She says, well, she's a singer. She's really a singer, and she's performing with James Brown. And he was just like, oh my God, he could not believe it.
I stepped out on faith and I gave my notice. And I'm crying, y'all, because I gave my heart and my soul on that job. Because that was my passion. And sometimes our passion is really not our calling. It's just a passion.
When they say when it rains, it pours. It poured, but I didn't realize that the pour was on purpose. The pour was actually moving stuff out the way, moving people out of my path that didn't belong in my circle anymore.
Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so. And he looked at me, he was like, this little girl, how old is she?
He said, this little girl can sing. Look,
this little girl can sing.
Yeah.
This is your girl, Minister Nikita Davis, the proud CEO and founder of Jesus Coffee and Prayer Christian Publishing House, the #1 Christian publishing house in the land. I'm also honored to be your host for Success Leaves Clues. Queens, if you've been tuning in, if you've been listening in, you've been gleaning in, then you've been picking up nuggets, tips, techniques, strategies from glow-getters of faith from all over the world and all over the United States. And today is no different. I'm so honored, so humbled to have my beauty queen, TeKeisha Wade. Hey, queen. Queen. Yes. She's so beautiful and so sweet, y'all. So amazing. One of my best-selling authors, and just has so many amazing things that God is doing in her life. So it was only befitting that we have her in the arena of all these other amazing women and sharing some tips and some tools and some strategies for you to be successful in your business, in your ministry, just life, period. So Queen, please tell them a little bit more about you and what you do, and what's your business? How do you serve other people in your business? And just tell them about you.
All right. Thank you, Queen, for having me tonight. I appreciate you so very much. Hello, everyone. I am TeKeisha Wade. I am the proud owner and founder, CEO of Open Arms Connection, LLC, and EmpowerHIM Coaching. I am an international certified life coach, you all. My niche is relationship coaching and leadership coaching. And first and foremost, God gave me this gift of men's coaching. That's what sets me apart. I'm so excited about this journey that he has me on. And also, I am a counselor. I will be officially certified in February. This is my graduation date in February. I'm also an international speaker and I'm also a mother of beautiful, wonderful, beautiful children. So that's a job in itself, everyone.
Come on, Queen. Especially now with quarantine and COVID-19. Oh my gosh. God, I just feel like I need to pay a tithe or something to the teachers. Because I'm telling you, when you trying to move and shake and do everything God's called you to do, and you trying to teach the children, oh my gosh, that is a job by itself. It's called a teacher, and they get paid for that. And so God bless you, Queen. Well, we already know, I personally already know that you're a mover, you're a shaker, you're an encourager, you got the men that you're helping, but you also bless many women. You post a lot of thought-provoking questions. You're a relationship coach as well, correct?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Yeah, so a relationship coach, and so you really help people level up in those areas, because when people, let's just be real, I know a lot of this program and we talk about success leaves clues, and the main woman that's watching this is an entrepreneur or she's aspiring to be, but let's just call it what it is. When our relationships are not in order, when our relationships are not intact, you know, we may, what my mama used to say, fake the funk. Okay, I'm from the South. I know we got people watching this from all over the world. They're like, what are they talking about? Fake the funk is when it's not 100% genuine. We may know how to plaster a pretty face, but the reality of it is, if things are not going well at home, in our relationships, in our marriages, or our significant others, that can impact the level of success we achieve in our business. Am I right, Queen?
Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. Because Queen, when we love ourselves, and in the relationship, in relationship coaching, especially my beautiful queens, my women of God, my women, my sisters out there, I encourage each and every one of you to love on you first. That's my biggest thing, Queen, when I am coaching. Before I even start, seeing my clients, I want to know what that relationship is with yourself. And that's the biggest thing in building relationships. It starts with you.
Why is that? And I'm sure it seems cliche, but why is that? It sounds, first of all, let's just be clear. That sounds like one of your clues to success, right?
Yes.
You gotta love yourself, right? If you don't, everything stems from that. What real impacts can it have when we truly don't love ourselves the way that we need to? What real impact could happen for our lives or our businesses if we don't get that right first?
If you don't get that right first, you will suffer you will be in unhealthy relationships. You will, I'm not going to say failed relationships, but I'm going to say it could lead to unhealthiness. It can lead to a feeling of failure, because knowing who you are, you will know your value. If you don't get to know who you are, how can you serve others? Because it comes from within. If you don't learn who you are and what your purpose is or your walk, it can cause you to possibly be in the wrong room. It can cause you to be in the wrong room. You may be in the room full of entrepreneurs that's working with scientific studies, when you're really supposed to be in the room with entrepreneurs or the women of God, or women that really truly don't know what entrepreneurship is. So you've got to be able to be aligned. And in order to be aligned, it starts with you. The alignment and being in the right room.
That's so good. Because I've never really heard anybody say it like that, but it's true. We talk about, a lot of times when we talk about alignment or, getting biblically, we talk about being even yoked, right?
Yes,
but what if your yoke ain't even? Ooh, your yoke needs to be. I just felt that. Thank you,
there
Lord.
You go.
But
there
your
you go.
yoke isn't even within yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So talk about getting in alignment with my sister, or getting in alignment with my brother, or my husband, or your kids. Everybody needs to be aligned, but are you aligned with you? Right. So if you're not aligned with you, then how are you going to get even and get on an even keel to succeed, whether that be in your relationships, whether that be in your business, or whatever it is God's called you to do, if you're not even in alignment with yourself? That's good. And I love that you said, not being in alignment with yourself will cause you to go to the wrong rooms, Jesus.
Yes.
Oh, I can preach on that. I don't know if y'all remember, but I am an ordained minister, so, I can preach on that. Whoa, my goodness. People are being aligned in the wrong rooms because they don't know themselves.
There you go.
So good. I love that. So talk to me, how do you get your clients to discover? You said, their purpose and who God's created them to be. What type of techniques or tips do you use to bring that out? So you get people sometimes to say, I don't know
Right.
what purpose is, or what, and I'm sorry, I'm mocking some random person that I don't even know. But so please don't, if that sounds like you, I'm praying for you. But the point I'm trying to make is, how do you walk them through that process to begin to know themselves and to begin to align themselves with their calling and their purpose?
So what I do first, Queen, in the session, that first initial session is like a spill all. This is, I need you to just let it go. It's all about a free for all. Just tell me your thoughts. I just want you to just go for it. Once they give me all these details, the thoughts that they have, then I begin to strategically go through those notes and say, let's get back to putting these together in your own words. We got all this free for all here. We have everything listed here. Now let's go back to the drawing board and let's put these in order. Let's put all these things in order. That's the first thing. Then sometimes, Queen, you have to go back into, it begins with your beginning, or what we call the end. It begins with your childhood. That factors in. Individuals, and until I went back to, school for counseling, and then I, got my coaching certifications and things like that, I took upon myself to seek therapy on my own. I knew I needed this help. Individuals think that help, when you get help from a psychotherapist or a counselor or a coach, you're crazy. I'm telling you now, that's not it. God will use that very person to set you on fire, to make that spark come up, that flame. So it's purposeful. So in those sessions, I figured out a lot of things stem from my childhood. And we don't realize sometimes we are so broken that we can't see the light. We don't see the light. We see nothing but blurriness, fogginess. And we end up walking a path of confusion. So in those sessions, it's good to dig deep. I know a lot of people don't want to dig up that root. They don't want to see what the root cause. They don't want to dig it up. But sometimes you have to dig it up. I like to ensure that in their mind that because we have compartments in our brain and it's sectioned out. And certain things are put in certain rooms that we don't want to open that door. Now, we can compartmentalize whatever we want in our brain, no matter what, it's still there. That very thing that you need could be hidden in that room.
Wow. Queen, that's so good. And I also hear from a faith standpoint, the reality is God cannot heal what you hide, even when you're trying to hide it from yourself.
There you go.
We do a good job, most people, to some degree, hiding it from other people, but you can't run from it, right? And like you said, those compartments, you think you got the door closed and you think that you're good, but the reality is subliminally, you're not reaching new heights in Christ, because subliminally that door is closed, and oh man, if I reach this height, then it could lead to me needing to open this door, which means people will find out. And so therefore, instead of dealing with that, I'd rather live in mediocrity, whether that be in my relationships or fear, or maybe taking that next step to marriage or whatever, because the reality is if I go here, then I'm gonna have to open this door, and I don't want them to see what's in this door.
There you go.
Come on, I thought about being, I'm telling you, I was like psychology and I tell you. But then it's so good when you break it down like that. Sometimes people just need a soothing voice, an unbiased soothing voice, which you have both, right? Definitely can rock people to sleep with a lullaby. Okay. Come on. Right. But I'm saying, Queen, your gift will make room for you. That could be a DVD, CD, something. They just be listening to the voices of TeKeisha Wade. So come on, Queen. But seriously though, that's so good. So to get an unbiased voice that is proven in their craft and their calling that God has given them, and then be able to just take it piece by piece. I heard you say order. I heard you say mindset in all of this. I heard you say really making things plain is what I heard you say also.
Yes.
Put it all out on the table. And that's what's helping them in their relationship. Yes, that's your focus relationship, but quite frankly, Queens, what I'm picking up is these are clues to success, not only in your relationships, but in your business too. You gotta make it plain. You gotta make it clear. Who told you couldn't soar? Who told you, was that from your youth or your childhood or from a previous lover or significant other? Right. And so when you unpack that, then you can take it to the next level, or at least put yourself in position to take it to the next level. So that's so good. And having a therapist or what have you, coach, does not make you crazy. And that means, you know, everybody's crazy to some extent. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I think I was seeing a study where they said like 2 in 4 has some type of quote unquote mental disorder that they may not be aware of. So that means just look to your left, look to your right. Somebody. If you're in a house of 4, at least one of y'all is certifiable. Look, I got a family of 4. Guess what? Me, my husband, I got a daughter and a son. Y'all crazy because I know it ain't me, baby. No, I'm just kidding. But look, it's always the one that's crazy to everybody else they crazy. You know. So at least somebody in here is needing some help, and that's okay. And that's okay. I'm not making light of this for anyone who does. I'm just what I'm trying to do is normalize it. It's not this taboo for you. What's the taboo for you getting better? There's no taboo for you getting better and wanting to be the woman of God that He's created you to be in relationships with your children or with your spouse or significant other, or, you know, with your mom or with other people, other women. How do you see women? That could stem from your childhood, you know, whatever that may be. Maybe, you know, your father cheated on your mom with a friend or something like that. And now you see women as the enemy because this woman broke up the happy home for your mom and your dad. So therefore now you internalize and have an issue connecting and collaborating with other women, which is the key to you elevating in your business.
You go.
Because inside you don't trust because your mama shouldn't have trust old girl.
That's
deep,
true.
though, but it's the reality.
That's true though. That is true.
So good, Queen. I mean, you got me going over here in levels. I'm over here, boy. I'm over here trying to go through my brain like, well, what did I do? Why didn't I do that? Yeah. So good. I love it, Queen. So let's kind of shift a little bit more so to you, because you are successful. Like you say, you are a mom, beautiful children. You've got these degrees. You're getting your certification. God is doing many things and many shifts in your life. Can you, where you feel comfortable, share? Let's talk about 2020, because I mean that's the elephant in the room for everybody, right? I mean 2020. No matter, even if you came out clean on the other side, it was a shift. Everybody had to shift and pivot. Where did you have to shift and pivot? Think about your coaching, think about your business. Where did you have to shift and pivot to stay relevant in this season? And how did you do that? Or how are you doing it? Because you're still doing it. You still win.
Yes. Queen, I'm so glad you asked that question, because I think our our sisters, our women of God need to hear this. I felt so alone during this season. I really did. During this pandemic, it really didn't truly cause me to be in too much fear, because I had to keep myself together because I was a director in the healthcare field. And then I have children. Now, I was in fear at some point that I would get it and bring it home, or my children get it from school, or whatever the case may be. We are in the grocery store, you have that fear. But with me being a single mother, I had to keep it together. So keeping together, what it looks like you know, it's okay to cry. I cried during this time. I literally struggled at some point with me. Like, am I still be able to handle this, Lord? Why am I feeling this way, God? And so I continued, you know, my counseling, my psychotherapy, you know, and then all of a sudden, Queen, I got this feeling of like a deep fear. And it wasn't the fear that I felt before. It was like a fear of losing. A fear of losing. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Then it started getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And then I had to think back. Then I started, you know, going in more at work, you know, handling, you know, my patients and things in that manner, serving my patients, serving my staff. I learned that the more and more I was at that job, at the job, and not working on my business as much, that's when I felt the deeper cut. I felt that pain. I felt that pressure because I was barely able to work. You know, I'm very transparent. Like, I was barely able to finish my book. I was barely able to reach out to clients, reach out to individuals, my friends, family. Even my relationship with wanting to date suffered. You know, it's so many things happened during this time. And I made that decision because God, he put like a pressure on me when I was going to work. It seemed like everything just started to fall. And, you know, with me being so strong within the Lord and always seeking his heart and seeking him, I was thinking, okay, this pressure is, oh, he just want me to, you know, grow. Oh, he just want me to grow. I'm like, okay, God, I see you, I hear you. But it kept getting stronger. So one day my friend said, he sent my friend to me, and my friend said, and then my other sisters within our network said, it's about time, TeKeisha, I think God is ready for you to move. And even listening to you, Nikita, Queen, you told me that it's time. With your support, you told me it's time. And I took that leap of faith. And I'm not telling everybody to do this. This is just, everybody has their own story and blueprint. But I stepped out on faith and I gave my notice. And I'm crying, y'all, because I gave my heart and my soul on that job. Because that was my passion. And sometimes our passion is really not our calling. It's just a passion. So I moved and I took a leap of faith with my 4 children. And here I am today, still standing. And he put great people in my life, great friends. I got so much support that it is just unbelievable. And I'm still standing today because I kept my faith. I obeyed. Obedience is necessary. I stayed in that book, and you're gonna slip sometimes. I slipped. There was times where I missed a day of praying, or I fell asleep because I was too tired from that job. And it was just I was slowly being distracted. And when you notice something is distracting you from God and your purpose, not just your passion sets you on fire. But that purpose, ain't nothing can stop you. And you should not allow a distraction. So that's why I'm still standing today, because of my obedience and my faith and me walking in truth. That's why I'm here right now talking to you, Queen. And successful.
Queen, first of all, I thank you for your openness and your transparency and your vulnerability. It is okay to be open, especially when you are in a circle of comfort and you know that the person that you're sharing this information to. Now, I know we own this in the women, but that's okay. But guess what? God had you created for this moment to share that, because there, I believe in Jesus' name, somebody who's watching this, whether live or on the replay, they're going to be blessed because of your vulnerability and your willingness to let go and let God and to share your testimony, right? And you said several things that were so good. Just because it's your passion doesn't mean it's your purpose. I can stick a pin in that.
Yes.
Get caught up on the passion. You know, I remember, I never forget this, my first sermon that I ever did. Now, don't give me the line on the date, but it was several years ago. But it was your preference doesn't change. Excuse me, I want to make sure I say it right. It's my preference doesn't change my purpose. And see, what people get it twisted is they think passion automatically means purpose. Because if I'm passionate, I always burn for it. I always have a desire. And don't get me wrong, it's a blessing when your passion is your purpose. There are times that it can be, but it's not always the same, because passion can burn out. That's no different. You're a relationship coach. Guess what? You first meet someone and the butterflies and all of that. I first get married or something exciting new happening. I get the house, or maybe you had a baby and it's the way that y'all wanted it to be. You're excited, but then it starts, that passion wears just a little bit when that baby is crying at 3, 4 in the morning, and it's for the 7th night in a row, and somebody got to get up by 6 to get ready for work. That passion can fizzle out. You know, just day over day, sometimes the monotony of situations. That's why you can't be led on forever by your passion. It must, it has to be your purpose, because purpose says it doesn't matter what the midnight hour is. Purpose says it doesn't matter what I'm going through, what it looks like, or what it seems. I must complete the assignment. 1, because I'm being obedient to what God's called me to do. And 2, because it's my purpose. See, passion has you change. It's the difference between happy and joy. Happy, I can be happy. I got $100 a day. I'm happy. But is that gonna sustain me for the rest of my days because I'm happy? I'm just making this up. No, it must be a joy that's greater. Inside, even in the face of adversity that carries me through, was the same thing with your passion and your purpose. So I love that, Queen. And I'm so, first of all, y'all, if you're watching this, then you should be giving it up for this. Did y'all not hear her say she flew the coop? Come on, Queen. I know when I got that message, I was like, you should have saw me. I was working out at the same time. I do a lot. It's a random tip and clue. I get my workout on while I am, many times when I'm on, that's my social media time, or reaching out to clients on Facebook and stuff like that. It is while I'm working out. I'm on my elliptical. So that's when I can go do. So I was just on my elliptical. I was so happy. I was like, yes, because you know, it comes a time where it's like, yes, he wants you to grow, but then sometimes he wants you to go. Sometimes you have to ask yourself, is God giving me this pressure because he wants me to grow? There you go. Giving me this pressure because he wants me to go? Come on. You gotta know, is it the grow or is it the go?
No, amen.
Because the only way, come on, grow and go. Because guess what? Once you grow, now it's time to go. And then once you go, meaning you're doing what he's called you to do, he's going to position you so you can glow, so you can shine, so you can have the desires of your heart, because he already groomed you with the growth process. That was the character building and the staying power and all those nuggets of wisdom you had to learn. But now what happens is people will stay past the point of the growth season. The growth season is over. You've grown, you've learned what you needed to learn. But just like spoiled milk, if you stay, then it becomes sour, because God needs you to take that knowledge. He needs you to take that wisdom. He needs you to take that newfound character, and humbleness and everything that he gave you. Now he needs you to go and do whatever it is he's called you to do, to share, to preach, to teach, to put it in your coaching. It's never just for you. I don't care what we do, it's not for us. We need to share it with the world. However he wants you to do that. Now, if you're smart, you bite-size that into your business.
There you go. There you go.
There goes your business. But when you stay past the point of return, now it's getting spoiled like spoiled milk, because you're supposed to go.
There you go.
Come on, Queen. So I absolutely love it. And like you said, here you are. You still standing. You still strong. God is still on the throne. He's got many things in the horizon for you. Speaking on that, Queen, where you can share. I know I've had some queens and they couldn't really share because contracts and just all kind of legal stuff where they could share. But any upcoming works, whether that be book, whether that be speaking engagement, whether that be programs, platforms, anything that you can share with our audience so they can be on the lookout for TeKeisha Wade, your coaching, and just all that you do. Anything that you're privy to share?
Yes. There is two important things I would like to share. The first thing is I'm working with the Queen, the best right here. I'm working with her for my book that's coming, Praying to God. My mission is to get this book out by November or December.
Come on, Queen. It's already done. It's already done.
There you go.
2020 popping. Let's go.
Yes. So that's one project. I'm working with the Queen here. And number two, I'm going to set a date. I'm praying by the end of this week or next week, Queen, that I am going to build it's going to be very strategic. It's going to be, I'm not going to say that it is going to be perfected because of the fact that God gave me this and told me to go, and he'll do the rest. So it's already strategically planned because it's going to suit different individuals. It's going to be called a narcissistic recovery program.
Wow. Yes.
NRP. This is going to help people not just recover, but recognize what it looks like to be in a narcissistic relationship, and even discover if you are actually a narcissist. So we do have those traits, but sometimes it can turn into what we call a personality trait. And so that is what I'm working on. That is just my biggest thing, the book, and getting this book out here so it can bless everyone that God is called for this book to bless everybody.
Come on, everybody. You look, be like, Oprah, you get a book, you get a book, you get a book, you get a book. Come on. Let's get it, let's go. Yes. Yes, Queen. I love it. I love it. So that is going to be coming to you all, Queens, very, very soon. And don't worry, links. TeKeisha, tell them how can they stay connected with you, your movement and all that you do. What's the best route for them to say, hey, I want to reach out to you or be in your coaching or your program or pick up your book when it drops this year? Because we claiming that thing.
Oh, yes, ma'am. So the best I would say to reach me is at my business line and my email. So let me give that to you. The business line is 601 area code 207-0791. And you would text HELP, HELP. And it's not saying that you just need mental help or anything like that, but it's just saying, hey, TeKeisha, I need some help. Or if you want to put assistance, that's fine. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. You can text help or assistance to 601-207-0791, or you can reach me email openarmsconnection@yahoo.com. OPENARMS connection with no S, CONNECTION@yahoo.com.
Okay, perfect. And don't worry, Queens, if you're looking below, you should see all of this information also available to you. I wanted to make sure we had something for our stateside folks, those that are in the United States. But as we know, this is an international movement. So Queens literally from all over the world. I know for a fact we got Queens who are participating from South Africa, New Zealand, Canada, and some other places, you know, that it may not be easy for them to access the text, right, with the different codes, but the email, they can definitely get you, and that information is below as well. So please reach out, because this queen right here, I can tell y'all from personal experience, from connecting with her, loves the Lord, has a beautiful spirit. This is one I don't vouch for many people. I have many acquaintances and I love everybody with the love of the Lord. I don't vouch for everyone because it's important for me that my name, my branding, and what I represent be solid. This one right here is solid, and put you on the right path to being a better you, loving you, your relationships, and just all that you do. So you definitely want to get connected. You click any of the links below, book consultations with her, and she will get you in the game because, you know, this is not a race. It's a journey, and it's a day by day, step by step type of journey. There is actually no level. I know they've got, I'm sure you study this too, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs and getting to
Yep.
the epiphany place and
Mhm.
actualization, self-actualization, and that sounds
Mhm.
beautiful, but the reality is if you're still breathing, then you
Yep.
should always be looking to grow.
There
And
you go.
so you may be at a place to where you're still above in regards to you got many of those things figured out, and that's great, but you should always be growing,
Yes.
mind, body, and soul. And so having the right people in place, like TeKeisha Wade, gonna be what you need to help you level up again in your relationship, business in this season, because it starts here. She just told you about the compartments.
Yes.
She done told you
Yes.
to unpack, get that baggage out of
Yes.
your life, queen.
Yes.
Get the
Yes.
baggage out.
Yes.
So you can
Yes.
be all that God has called you to be and do all that He's called you to do.
Yes.
But you got to have a clear mind. You got to have a clear presence so that you can be able to do those things. So I just love you to pieces. You already know that. Yes, queen. And I'm excited about what God is doing in your life. Just to be, you know, I tell my queens and y'all my queens too now that you're watching. But sometimes I just love to be just a bird's eye view. I just want to be like a little fly. I just love to see my queens soar. That is at the essence of my heart because I want them to win. And I recognize that when the woman is winning, she is sharing that with the male. She is sharing that with the community. So I love to see you all doing that. And I'm just so grateful for you today, TeKeisha. Please, anything you want to share with the queens, just as we kind of wrap it up, anything, when you think about success leaves clues, and you just dropped like some atomic bombs today, but what would you share as a final note for the queens who are looking to do better, be better in the body of Christ, and they just maybe don't know which way to turn or which way to go? What would be your final thought to the queen today?
I would say my final thought to you is trust yourself. Believe in yourself. Know that you are not alone. Number one, you have God. You have the Holy Spirit. You have Jesus. You have someone within you. Know that you are who God says you are. You are beautiful. You are wonderfully made. And God did not create you to be just you. And when I mean just you, meaning He has Himself in you. He created you. And what I mean by that, you are authority. He didn't create you for no reason. He created you for purpose, on purpose. He chose you. So now you got to choose you. Once you choose you, then things will come together accordingly. Because once you choose you, everything will fall in place and it will align. But you have to be willing to step out on faith. You have to be willing to obey. You must be willing to surrender, and you must be willing to grow and get out that comfort zone. Because we think everything happens in comfort. It does not. It's going to be uncomfortable. I'm going to tell you that right now. And like my queen said, spoiled milk. I just remember this. Take this thought with you. What does spoiled milk do if you drink it? What does spoiled milk look like when it's molded and it's clabbered up? It does not look, it does not appear like you see it, right? And it makes you sick. Think about that. You don't want to be in a place of sickness. You want to be in healthiness and grow, and growing. So that's my final thought to you tonight. I have so many thoughts that I can give y'all.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. You know, every queen, I'm just like, man, this just wasn't long enough. So, my brain, don't even worry. Mama is already cooking. It's already, honey, please. It don't take me long at all. Brain already cooking. I see this morphing into more, into greater. This was just round one. You know, I just was obedient. We talked about that to what God had told me to do. I did it. And now I see, I have tasted it. I see that the Lord is good. And so there definitely would be more opportunities for them to kind of peel the lens into these successful women in all these different areas and facets. So they can grow, so they can be all that God has called them to be. So bottom line, queen, don't be spoiled milk. You are not spoiled milk, okay?
Thank you. Choose you.
Choose you. Don't be no spoiled milk. Okay.
There you go.
Yes, I love it, y'all. Well, y'all, please, wherever you are virtually, give it up for my queen, TeKeisha Wade. I thank you, queen. You are absolutely amazing. Please get connected with this queen. Make sure you're following her on social media. You know how to text her if you're in the U.S. You know how to reach her via email, and all her social media information is below as well. So get connected. You can be on the path to freedom in your mind and grow and glow in this season. Well, look, y'all, this is your girl, Minister Nikita Davis, the proud CEO and founder of Jesus Coffee and Prayer Christian Publishing House, the #1 Christian publishing house in the land. And I've been honored today to help you and to guide you for the next episode of Success Leaves Clues. It's been a pleasure. And until we see you next time, have a blessed night. Bye.